What's on, guys? Cuz Crypto here with another video. Today's video we're going to be talking about Bitcoin's all-time high, what's going on in the markets, possibly what could happen next, and just look into the news as well and what's going on in the cryptocurrency space. Again, guys, this video isn't financial advice, just a person who loves to chat about cryptocurrency and loves to get involved with the community of cryptocurrency. So, Bitcoin now trading at 110,900, just dropped down from that 111,000. Again, probably be popping back up to that again. But as you can see, over the last 8 to 9 hours, we went up to that 111,800. We nipped it. Daily close, but we were at 110,900. So again, on the daily, down here, so 109 and 600. So again, that's another highly daily close. And then yesterday, again, we're at 106,800 on the daily close. So those daily closes are getting a bit larger every time. So if we can kind of hold this kind of region here, Bitcoin is looking very good. If Bitcoin closes another candle above this 111,800, I reckon we could be looking at we break kind of this candle here, and then we break we have a daily close over 113,000 and maybe 116,000, all the way up to 120. Maybe have a pullback to 110, and then we go off to the races kind of thing. Again, because of how much money is in the cryptocurrency space, and it's 3.5 trillion now in the whole market, and the amount of tokens that are in the space as well, those significant pumps of Bitcoin, we'll see quite a bit, but we're not going to see those 10x's that we used to see with Bitcoin. It's just not going to happen anymore, obviously in a short amount of time. Over long periods, Bitcoin getting to, Michael said, is saying 1 million per coin. Yeah, maybe in 20 years' time, when inflation kicks off, Bitcoin supply doesn't obviously increase. Again, it has a max of 21 million. Well, if inflation goes up in fiat currency, so like your US dollar, UK pound, all these things, if that becomes devalued, but the amount becomes higher that you need to buy your grocery shopping, to buy a house, Bitcoin's supply doesn't change, so all it's going to go up is the amount, is the value of Bitcoin or any cryptocurrencies that have significant use or value. So Bitcoin dominance on the hourly, apologies, looking at about 64% at the minute of the total market value of the crypto space. Again, we had this slight pull down about 2 weeks ago, yeah. Again, that's when altcoins had a little bit of a pump, but again, Bitcoin's kind of reclaimed itself around that, from about only 62% back up to 64%. Guys, if we're looking at the Bitcoin kind of dominance region here, again, in that peak where altcoins really took off in the end of November, or November into December, look, the dominance went from 61.5% all the way down to 54%. And that's where you've seen significant gains, like your XRP, for example. So let's go from here. So November, let's say 19th, or let's say mid to end of November, all the way down to 7th of December. So XRP, for example, again, November, look at that, mid-November, so about here, we've seen an increase of, again, going from here, let's say to that 7th, again, so look, 470 increase, so a 5.7x. So again, if you get 50 cents, you put in £1,000, you're getting 5,700 or 4,700 profit. So 5,700 altogether. Again, and then we kind of tailed off a bit. XRP obviously performed quite well towards the mid to end of January as Trump was inaugurated. But as he was inaugurated, all cryptocurrencies come back down, and then within the tariffs, you're looking at from the inauguration of Trump all the way down to the tariffs. Even XRP 50% down. Bitcoin, I remember we looked, it was 30% down. Okay, guys, so where we are now, is we're in a place, well, especially, well, let's look at XRP's chart from today, how it's doing. So it's on the daily. So let's go to the 4 hourly. So 4 hourly. So you're looking at XRP at the minute holding around the 230 to 245 mark. So $2.32 to $2.45. If we break this $2.45, right, again, we could push on up definitely to $2.60 and then possibly then back up to $3, etc. I mean, the last time we hit $3, like we said, it was around, well, again, that was a spike up. That was March 2nd, but realistically where we held $3 was around start of Feb. So after the inauguration, 10 days after that, everything kind of came down a little bit. But with XRP at the minute, obviously everything going on with Brad Gardenhouse, with was it the Senator from Texas, one of the members of Parliament, talking about how they are a Bitcoin maxi, but XRP kind of challenges them. Again, I don't know too much into it. It's been news that's been spread around. I don't look into it too much. But yeah, XRP holding really well. Solana, again, hitting levels of resistance like XRP, like other altcoins as well. We're hitting at 180. If we can break above the 180, all of a sudden we're probably looking at, we're pushing forward past $200, which again, you can see resistance around here, 205, but then we can probably push on to that 240 and then pushing on from there. But again, it looks like what, depending on Bitcoin does, and also if Solana has any kind of news come out around it as well, because it is quite a big project. Hedera, looking at Hedera, again, touching that 20.8 cent range. So if Hedera breaks that 20.8 cent range, you're looking at then, you know, we could probably push on to 23. There's a little bit of resistance, but that 25, 26 range, cent range could be kind of in the cusp there. I mean, it's at what, a 25% increase? 28, yeah, nearly 30 even. So I'm not saying it's not much to ask, but it, you know, a fair bit. And again, at the minute, Hedera is holding well above kind of 18.5 cents. I put this line here of like 18 cents as its line of support, because for months now it's been using it as support for quite a bit. And if not with support, it was used as resistance at points, especially after the tariffs were announced. And then let's look at Casper, one of my lovely projects I thoroughly enjoy. Again, Casper at the minute, you're looking at, if we break that 12 cent range, again, we had, let's say, a bit of a fake out. It came back up and it came back down, but this was over about a 4-day period. Whether we again hold this 10.5 cent range as support, we're looking at then coming, if we break above this 12 cent, we could probably break up to the 13 and then push on to the 15 cents. As 13 cent kind of range, there are levels of sort of resistance here, but where the 15 cent range, you've got levels of resistance and support both sides. So Casper, once getting past that 12 cent, we could see a push on up to about that 15 cent range. And then Sui, I mean, guys, Sui is, again, like ages ago, I tried to leverage trade in Sui because I had no idea about, I was just trying to get used to understanding leverage trading and, you know, and understanding projects in the crypto space. But Sui is one of them where it could go up and down. I mean, we wicked down to $3.6, $3.60. That was only, 3 days ago. So with this, I mean, Sui's looking quite good at the minute. Still trying to break above that $4 mark and really hold above it. Again, that $4.20 is a level of resistance, definitely, because we keep wicking it. But at the minute, I see $4 as kind of a psychological resistance where we keep going above it and below it, above it and below it. We're kind of holding around it, but we keep coming back down. Whether we come back down to this $3.60 is where I'm going to add to my spot bag. I'll add a certain amount, and then I leverage traded, what did we do, Tau the other day on Blowfin. I didn't really leverage trade, but because I got a coin called, a meme coin called Andwu. It's Chinese Andy, basically. And and it's on the Ethereum block, on the blockchain of Ethereum. But it went from about $40,000 market cap to an $800,000 market cap. I had about 50 quid in it, so I managed to make about, I cashed out at about 600,000. So I made about £450, £500 because I left a little bit in as well, because you never know. But yeah, and then I thought I'd lever trade a bit of that into BitTensor, made £100. But right now, again, if BitTensor comes down to this $388 to $390 range, I'll be adding more spot to my BitTensor, and I might put another like $50 to $100 worth onto a 5x kind of leverage trade. Again, I'm not going to go mad with leverage trading. Just because I made a bit of money, I do it, but most of it is spot for me, for BitTensor, for all my cryptocurrency holdings. My TARS AI is looking alright as well, to be fair. Like I said, guys, bought around from probably about 5 cents, 5-6 cents, all the way down. It's on my Revolut, down to about 2 cents a little bit, so it's now looking quite good. I hold about 4,000 TARS AI. It's not a massive holding, it's just something I looked at. And then guys, Pepe as well. Pepe's looking very good at the minute. Again, has a resistance level at the minute of about 4015. So you're looking at, if we break that 4015, we could then push on up. To zoom out a little bit. So we could probably push on up then to about a 119, 4019, maybe 402 as psychological support. But then we might hit that as resistance. Sorry. So that might be a bit of resistance after if we break the 4015. But again, Pepe, I don't really hold any Pepe. I hold me Andy because I see Pepe as obviously the beta in Ethereum, but I see Andy as the Pepe beta, the beta to Pepe. So obviously, let's have a look. Let's zoom back out. So let's go from the tariffs, for example, guys. Let's go from let's say 7th, 8th of April to the highs there. Andy rocked up 309%, whereas Pepe rocked up. Let's go back. Yeah, we've got it there. Zoom out a little bit. Pepe rocked up. Did quite well. 170% basically, 172. So with my Andy, I got a lot more return on my money there. And then at the minute, guys, I mean, I do hold another meme coin with Dog with Hat. Ooh, so Solana meme coin this. Again, I hold meme coins not very much. Again, 5% of my portfolio, all my whole meme coin kind of holdings are 5% from all my meme coins. But yeah, at the minute, I mean, we're looking quite good on the WIF chart. I mean, even from the last kind of 10 days, WIF it went up to about 60%, but now it's holding at about 35% from where we were around the 12th of May. But yeah, and then looking at some news of things. So obviously, Aave has a partnership now with FIFA on built to build its own blockchain on FIFA on the Aave system, which is good for Aave because FIFA is quite renowned. And again, if FIFA are doing that, a lot of people, billions of people watch football across the world. I'm a football fan myself, but with FIFA doing that, it might increase the kind of popularity of crypto. I mean, guys, at the minute we look at cryptocurrency, and look, I typed in crypto search term on Google over the last year. I mean, look, Bitcoin's at an all-time high, crypto's pumping, as you say, like those 30% pumps, and then you'll have like a little bit of a kind of cool off 5%, and it'll pump again 20-30%. And even right now, we're getting the search terms for crypto, Bitcoin are an all-time, I say an all-time low. They're near enough as low as kind of bear market times, or as we're coming out of the bear market. And again, like I said, remember that December time, those altcoins absolutely ripped. Like XRP ripped up 470%. Look at the search terms there. up at like literally at the all-time high of the search terms. I mean, look guys, even if I type in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin as well, same with it. Again, we're starting to see a slight increase because Bitcoin's more of a popular cryptocurrency, there's more people aware of it because it's been around for a long time. And then the inflows as well. I mean, inflows on the 24-hour, Bitcoin 230 million, Ethereum nearly 50 million, USDT obviously minting loads, come from, they bought a load of Bitcoin as well. BNB 51 million, Sol 29 million, nearly 30 million, and then where is it? Sui as well, up 13 million, Tron 14, nearly 15 million. But we've seen inflows, obviously the outflows in the last kind of couple hours, people selling off. And that's why kind of we're not getting that spike in the Bitcoin probably, with spot as well. But yeah, and then other thing as well, obviously US House passes Trump's sweeping tax bill. Again, it's got to go heads to Senate now and go from there. And then with kind of understanding how much cryptocurrency is kind of interrelatable in kind of today in general society, and like how it's being utilized, or everyone's getting involved. I mean, as you can see right now on the financial apps, Coinbase is 22nd. This is as of yesterday at 8 a.m. So it'll be updated today. And then on all the apps, it's 288. So you're looking at when the financial apps, if Coinbase gets to about top 5, maybe even top 3, maybe look at taking some profits. Again, not financial advice, but what I'm going to do. And again, with all apps, you're looking at top 20. So if you've got your Facebook, Instagram, all this. But if it's top 20, I'm going to be looking at taking probably 20 to 30%. You know, it's what I'm doing. It's my first bull run, so my plan is to have some profit, because when I initially come into this space, I learned quite a lot through videos, and I didn't understand many things, but the thing I wanted to understand the most was, well, great, on paper I might be better off than I was if I just kept fiat currency, like my US dollar or my UK pound, because obviously that devalues, whereas Bitcoin, over the last, well look guys, let's just have a quick look, let's go on a daily, and on the last kind of, let's say I invested in Bitcoin even a year ago, if I held £10,000 in UK pounds, and I just kept it in my in my cupboard and didn't touch it, it'd still be £10,000, because in a year you lose about 6 to 8% of inflation. So that £10,000 would then be worth, £9,600. Let's say I could have lost £400 to £600 on that. So £9,400, because I would have lost £600 off it. However, with Bitcoin, if I put in, that's August, sorry. So let's go, that's January 2024. So May, let's say just from here. So here to here, so literally near enough. No, it's 100%, or 99%. So if I put in 10,000 worth of pounds, £10,000 worth into Bitcoin, at literally around start of May, and I literally round tripped it right to now, and I wanted to cash out, I'm then up an extra £10,000. See, you put £10,000 in, you get £3,000 worth of capital gains tax free for yourself, and then if you've got a spouse, or you can send £3,000 worth of cryptocurrency to your loved one, whoever, family member, they have £3,000 worth of capital gains tax free. So then you don't have to pay £4,000 worth of tax, of about 18% on that. But I mean, you can also claim off, purchasing Bitcoin. So and also, like if you have TradingView or anything like that, you can claim on that. But yeah, your costs on or fees on buying cryptocurrency, you can deduct from your tax. But yeah, guys, that's me today. Again, market's looking quite good. 3.5 trillion. Look at that, looking very nice. But Bitcoin again on the daily up 4%, and again we're teetering along at the minute. Whether we're going to break that level of resistance at that 111,800. we're not far off it, but again, guys, no one has a crystal ball. XRP is not going to pump to $10,000 this bull cycle, because its market cap currently is basically, let's say 150 billion, right? If you were to get, I'm just going to do this on my calculator, right? So 150 billion, the current price, let's say the price goes up to 250, let's just round it up, and it's 150 billion. So 10,000 divided by 2.5, so that's a 400x from here, times that by 150 billion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, bang. So you're looking at a $600 trillion asset. Bitcoin's only 2 and a bit trillion, and that's 63% of the market, guys. So remember, be realistic in what's going to happen. XRP, again, not financial advice, but I reckon it could get to $7 in the next kind of couple months. By July time. People are saying the M2, follow that. Again, I've put out videos there, but I also look at Rome Powell, all these people, kind of just to look at what they're doing, get different views on the market as well from different people in videos, because I'm a dyslexia, I like to look at videos to make sure, again, I have an open mind, because my job is very evidence-based. What I do normally as a physiotherapist, I want to make sure whatever I'm going into, especially what I'm putting money into, that I have an unbiased view and that I look at it from a unbiased perspective, because otherwise, if you fall in love with a coin, or if you think your coin's going to go to, Bitcoin's going to go to 1 million this bull run, I mean, you've got to be realistic. I mean, looking at the last, let's go onto the weekly and let's have a look at Bitcoin again. So look, guys, from the last bull run, let's hide the RSI here. So look, the last bull run. So last bull run here. Let's zoom back in a bit. Look, Bitcoin went from, so first, let's say the first ever bull run. I'm not going to zoom that far in, but it's the third, 2013. Let's go from 2017. So 2017, we went up from, let's say, from back here all the way up. We went up literally 4,000%. All right, you went up 4,000% from bear market lows. Okay, so that is what is that? Is that 40x? Yeah, so 40 times your money. But then, so if you go from here, so what is this? So it went up to let's say $20,000. Yeah, next bull run, we hit an all-time high of about $67,000. All right, so, and again, from bear market lows here, let's go from here all the way up. You're looking at so you're looking at 18 times your money, nearly 19 times your money. All right, so already the amount of multiplier on your money is reduced, okay? But you've gone from 20x all-time high to a $20,000 all-time high to a $67,000 all-time high. So that's kind of 3 times, isn't it? Or 3 and a bit. So then if you're looking then going from, 67,000, and then go, let's say times that by, so let's go 68,000 divided by 20 is 3.4. So now if you times 68,000 by 3.4, you're looking at Bitcoin possibly this cycle being possibly 231,000 per coin. But again, with the amount of money in the sector now, you're not going to get those same multiples. So for me, yeah, from here, Bitcoin might go, so let's say from this all-time high here of 20, so 60, so you're looking at then from here, going from 110,000 all the way up to 230. So you're looking at another, 110% increase. Okay, so there's a possibility that could happen, but again, going from here where it's 20,000, 3.4 times up to this all-time high. Are we going to 3.54 times up to this all-time high? We don't know. But again, guys, what we got in the markets where we didn't have in the previous bull runs is you got people like BlackRock making ETFs. Bitwise, 21 Canary, all these people pumping money into Bitcoin, like Michael Saylor. So whether we because we've got that liquidity now, that could then really push the price up to those. Again, so going from the all-time high here, 3.4 times that, going up to, like, let's say, we don't know when it will be, but whether it will hit that $230,000 a coin is a possibility. Because, I mean, again, guys, no one pictured Bitcoin being over $100,000, but here we are. So that's for me today, guys. But yeah, take care of yourselves. Be careful of your cryptocurrency tokens. And again, don't buy into things. Obviously, it's not financial advice. Do what you want. Obviously, it's not, it's your money. But don't buy into things that celebrity meme coins, absolutely not. I'm not touching them. Go spot. If you've got a little bit of money which you don't mind losing at all, like literally where you're not looking to, if it makes money or it doesn't, you're kind of like, okay, it doesn't matter too much. Maybe leverage slightly, but like don't leverage much. And again, that's what I mean. I'm leveraging like maximum $100 because I made from a meme coin that I think wouldn't even pump. I put £5 a month into it over, I don't know, 10 months. So I had 50 quid in it and it pumped up to about £600. I took 450 of it, 500. Still £100 left in it. If it goes back down, don't mind. But from that 500, I bought some spot, XRP, some spot SUI, some spot Tau, or BitTensor. And then I put another 55, what was it? 50, no, it was $100 into BitTensor. No, it was 50, no, it was $100, and I made another 100 from it, so I'm happy. With a 10x leverage, a bit savage, but yeah. So guys, that's me. Take care, look after yourselves, stay fit and keep active. And don't look up charts all day, for God's sake. Alright, cheers guys, have a good one.